Why does it always start the window over here? Every time I open this, I have to move the window because it doesn't remember where the window was last time. Brightness. So this one, I think, this needs to come down a bit more. But if you change that to like 950 and do a reload, there doesn't appear to be a way to get it to generate these things for you. Yeah, this has to be higher than these. So you now want that on 950. And then you have to go around adjusting these yourself. This is not user-friendly unless I'm missing a trick here. 930, 920. At least it's powering them up for me. That's a start. Yeah, Jones, maybe there are presets that you can download somewhere. This display is it frozen again? No, it's just got cube controls written on it. Reset device and connect. Oh, the SimHub software is definitely better, Alex. There's no doubt about that. I think if you mess with it too much, it gets itself in a bit of a twist. Well, that's has to e-stop. Oh, you mean the red button? Is that what you mean? That is a beast. I've not tested it in so much as, you know, tested it in anger, if that's what you mean. I know it works. I need to mount this. I love our racing. You go off the track, you come to a complete standstill, and then you start off and it says, oh, you need to slow down. Right, I'm going to try and press the button mid-corner. Yep. Completely kills force feedback. You can still drive, but there's just no feedback. So yeah, the button works. I don't like it. I think it's amazing. The worst part of the only fly in the ointment right now is that software. This Ultimate Game Tech Manager. It's a little bit clunky and not entirely reliable. It's hung a few times. That's the only thing. In terms of the wheel and the wheelbase, fantastic. Got lots of things to configure, lots of buttons to map. This thing is not even warm. Like, it's very, very slightly warm at the back. Welcome, Psycho Jeffy. It's very slightly warm at the back. But you know, with the CSW, it would you'd hear the fan come on. Like, you'd hear it just trying to cool itself down. This thing, it's barely warmer than my hand. At the front, it's completely cold, and at the back, it's very slightly warm. Just maybe like 40 Celsius. Just slightly warmer than my body. That's insane. There's no fan. There's no space for a fan. It's just solid metal. I might actually try the other wheel now with Eurotruck for the lols. Should we try that? Well, that's true, Jimbo. Yeah, I've not had a session with it yet. I mean, that's fair. But I think it looks pretty efficient. Not really generating much heat. Let's close that. Not driving Le Mans. I might come back to Le Mans. Let's close the iRacing thing. Are they still on the public beta for 1.4, or has it moved on to release now? I've been paying attention. So it's still on the beta. Right, so to do this, we need to disconnect that cable and then pull the pin out. Lift off the wheel. I need to get the other cable now. Ugh. Got all those stickers as well, haven't I? Spent a lifetime trying to put those stickers on. You know what, Jens? I'm too afraid to try OMSI with this new direct drive wheel. I think in terms of force feedback, it'd probably blow my mind how much force feedback I could get on my bus. In OMSI. Setting up new device. Oh, this lights up as well. Oh, God. Okay. Key control is now set up. Let's see how this works. Problem is, like, I've no idea what force feedback settings to use in Euro Truck for this wheel. Absolutely no clue. $2:28 a.m. Dude, go to sleep. To that, and then I change the game capture. A new unknown input controller was found. Do you wish to use it as a mouse cursor? Or use the mouse cursor? Hang on, ignore it. Yeah, it depends how good Eurotruck is at controlling the force feedback, because at the moment in SimuCube all the settings are dialed down. I'm just on a wireless mic at the moment. I'm not on my main mic. Just hope the battery doesn't die. The battery looks okay actually. You're only true Aussie fan. There's quite a few Aussie fans. They were in this morning. Maybe I should go for P-Truck at the one that's got no acting wants us to do that. Read again. You missed the music, I'm sure. Cold wall of trucks.
Hi again, Paul had to go out.
Yeah,
for a
D-Pen,
bit.
exactly.
How's the wheel?
How's the wheel, Chris? It's very nice. Very nice. Whoa, now it's kicking off. Missing controllers, here we go. Configuration. Keyboard plus Q control GT wheel, plus HE sim pedal. SquirrelPlus missing shifter because I probably need to turn something else on. Maybe. Oh, that turned on the warthog's rocket. There you go. Let's pause the music so we don't get double music going on. I thought this was set up for my pedals. Might have to copy some config over. Still says that's missing. You know those things I left unplugged earlier? I think we need them back. I'm gonna fall over in a minute. Yeah, I see the one. Pretty certain it's that one. See, I'm one plug short now. Let's try that. Maybe that'll work. Right, shifter, there you go. Just found the shifter now. That's better. Sorry, pups. Any consolation? I don't know why. I think I know why it's sold out. It's because I haven't played this profile. Yeah, look what the music volume is. It's because they decided to separate the music volume out into its own UI music. That's what it is. So instead of just copying it over, they just give it maximum volume. Let's change the game because some people are confused about this being iRacing. So we'll do that. And then we go. Right, I need to quit out of this because I think I need to copy over a profile that I would have used when I had the pedals, the HE pedals. So we'll zip that up. We'll copy that into here. Place the file, start it up again. Gavin K, thank you very much for 72 months then. Right, let's see if we get any better result out of this. Now, it should complain about the wheel, but not the pedals this time. There we go. Right, so now it knows what about the HE. That's good. So now we want keyboard plus SimCube. Well, actually, that one. Actually, I don't know. Does it want this one or this one? Sorry, this one or this one? Kind of want to know about the wheel, but it should know about the force feedback. But now they're two separate things. Yeah, 72 months is a long time. I guess we go with the wheel because we want the button mappings. So now I don't think we're getting any force feedback. Well, I've got SimCube as a device as well, but I'm getting nothing in the way of force feedback. Steering axis, 1 second. I mean, I'm turning the wheel and nothing's happening. Acceleration, braking, clutch, it's all you selected the wheel as primary and not the base. Right, well, let's try that one plus that one. Okay, we've got steering input. I don't think we've got much in the way of force feedback though. Great. For some reason now, when I pause my track IR, it does this. Like, why? Why does it do this? It never did that before. Whenever I pause track IR, it used to never, ever, ever do that. implies there's some kind of camera control being mapped. Let's try. Yeah, I've literally got 0 force feedback right now. So how do we give this some force feedback? Steering axis. Force feedback's turned on. Well, at the moment the config is going to be as it was. So if we copy that and do trucking. Joe Robert, thank you for 26. Stevie, thank you for 5. So this is what we had for iRacing, where it's all dialed down. Do we need direct input for this one? So how much are we going to need? That's the question. I have no idea what to put these on. You think only sine wave? ETS FFP is weird. Yep. No pups. Let's try ETS2 sim ucube settings. ETS2 configuration grind. ETS2 mainly uses spring effect, sine wave, and friction. The default setting, i.e. sliders at 100%, is a good starting point. Spring effect, sine wave, and friction. Which is those, I guess. Please note that ETS2 uses spring effect, so if you have it set to 0%, that's what you are getting. Please set all direct input effects to 100% for a start. Your current settings turn off a lot of the force feedback in ETS2. Yeah, we probably need to dial this back, don't we? So we can probably put these on 100, can't we? I don't know. Save it. See if we get any difference. I mean, the wheel's moving. So it's doing something. But there's no resistance though. Oh, hang on. Now it's vibrating. Oh, I definitely have turning force. I have no button map for my handbrake right now, so that's going to be an issue. Space key, that'll do. Okay, that's actually not bad. Quite stiff. but it's not bad. Options. Force feedback gain. Force feedback centering. Yeah, we could give it some damping in here, couldn't? Oh god. If damping does anything. That damping is weird, isn't it? Do the button things so the base can pick up the settings. What does that mean, pups? Yeah, I don't know what that does, to be honest, pups. Oh, that's a bit better now, isn't it, look? That seems to kill it a little bit. Okay, there goes the button. The unmountable emergency stop button. Parking brake. Gotta have the parking brake. It's flashing! I don't know why it's flashing, but it's flashing. I think it's because the software needs to tell it not to do this. Wait a minute. Do I need to use the same software for this? It says Ultimate Game Tech not detected, so I guess we don't need this for this. So how do we configure the flashing on this one then? Yeah, I think that's the default maybe. Like you say, it's a pit limiter. I mean, it's not terrible having it flash. I presume if you flash it, yeah, if you press it again, it goes off. Trailer brake. Retarded increase and decrease. Blimey, which dial do I want that on? I've just got to think about what I want to map everything. Cruise control, right. Do cruise control down here with that dial. Activate cruise control. All the cruise controls down here now. Spugwana, thank you for 3 months. Another month, Amazon gets less money. are my cameras? They need to be... on the D-pad, I used to use them. But the D-pad I'm used to being here on my right. It's now on my left. It's not a bad thing. It's just muscle memory. Interior is... Wait a minute. I thought this was a D-pad. It's not a D-pad. Wait, hat switch down? If it's a hat switch, then why does it not go up, down, left, right? I thought that was a D-pad. Four-way points of view switch. Okay. So I'm not going crazy. Left, right, up, down. Wait a minute. This is weird. So if you turn it right and left, it recognizes it in Windows as two different buttons. If you push it left and right, it only comes in as one button. So like ETS2 is picking it up as the same button when I'm pressing up, down, left, and right, even though the point of view thing can see that it's a different thing. I can do that with it. What the heck? That's a bit annoying. So I can't use my point of view button to do my cameras. I used to use the up, down, left, right to do these 4 cameras effectively. And now I can't. I could use these toggle buttons, I guess. It is annoying. It's very annoying. So I go interior camera, chase camera, next camera. Do that. It's no biggie. It's just a bit weird. Ferric, how you doing? Where's the try the brake button gone? Try the brake. Do that. Okay, that should cover most of it. So now we can indicate. Should be able to activate cruise control. What? I need to crack this problem. When I pause track IR, the camera just goes... So I'll pause track IR, and then after a second or two it does that. It never used to do that. Which means it's reading something. It's reading something in its camera settings. Like it's reading one of the buttons or something on the wheel that it used to read. Yeah, I've got headphones on. I've got the track IR. There you go. Look, up, down axis. It's probably these axes here. It's these, whatever this is. It's reading this from somewhere. Is it reading from there? No. Joystick Y and an X rotation. How do you unassign that? It might have changed in an update. How do I get rid of that? How do I unmap it? Bottom left. Unassign. Thank you. There. I reckon that might fix it. Right, pause track IR. Okay. Now it doesn't do crazy things. The wheel is pulling to the right though. Now it's not. Right, so we put cruise control on. I should be able to increase cruise control speed. Yeah, 60, 65, 70. I just remembered, where do we turn off Aura Sync integration? Because for some reason, the developers decided that it would be a really great thing to default the fast. Like my entire RGB on my PC flashes when I get a ticket at a traffic light. Like, they made that a default. And there's an option. Is it in gameplay? You have to turn it off. Not opt in, it's opt out. Where are you? Can anybody remember where it is? I did it with American Truck Sim. Why did they bury that setting? No, it's not in the Aura software. It's in Eurotruck itself. It's like an option that you turn off. I thought it was gameplay. I'm going to have to Google it, aren't I? Oh, no, I remember. It's not in the... This is even better. It's not in the settings. It's in the config file. And it's a console command. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's it. That's the one, Jamie. Yeah, that's the one. Ooh, I go. Let me come to a stop. 1 second. Easy. Easy time. Pause that. What is it? Use... Is it use? CF... Is it Asus Aura? That doesn't sound right. Use set. That might, yeah, that sounds better. You see, this is the absolute genius of this. It's an option that is enabled by default, will freak you out the first time you try it because you're unaware of it. So you're driving along and your RGB on your motherboard and God knows what else starts flashing and changing color. And you're like, what is going on? Is my RGB broken? And then you go through a traffic light and it's flashing blue. Right now, it's reset all of my RGB to white. I never have it white, and now all of my computer, while I'm playing this game, is white. So they don't tell you about it. They turn it on by default, and then the best thing is, the only way to turn it off is to either edit a file or go into the console and know what you're doing. It's the craziest thing. Like, please, before they come out of beta, please make that something that the user opts into and can be turned off in the settings in the game, because that is just nuts. Right, so cameras, we should have rear view, normal view, next camera, top view. Yeah, I can live with that. That's fine. See, when I go through this now, my computer, my RGB is flashing blue. No word of a lie. That computer is now flashing blue. I don't know if you can see it on the overhead cam. Can you see my PC? Don't think you can quite see it. You saw it, right? Totally unexpected feature. I didn't set these buttons down here, did I? I've got parking brake, trailer brake, which is good because that's what I normally have like that. I've got my cruise control down here. That one's for the retarder. So I can turn the retarder dial like that. I haven't mapped these two yet. I haven't mapped these yet. It's like two rotaries here that I could use. Oh, windscreen wipers, but I normally use Stream Deck for that anyway. So I think we're mostly good. I think we're mostly good here. This is working. Indicators. Amazing paddle shifts that I used to turn on the indicators. Totally worth the money. Yeah, all the lights and wipers I tend to do on here anyway, so that's not an issue. Beatnik, thank you for 47 months. Okay, so we've got Eurotrip working, quite straightforward. And we've got iRacing working. Happy about that. Cruise control's going. Well, at the moment I've not got any mods running. Snow runner. What's up with the webcam? The lens out of that camera is in that camera at the moment. So, oh god. I need to do that a second. Because I don't have a button map for this view. Probably should have one. 1 second. Let me sort that out. There. I'll do it. Yeah, so now if I press that, yeah, you see. So the lens out of that camera is currently, actually, that camera there is the camera that normally sits over there on top of my desk, and I had to nick it and put it on a tripod so that you can get this view. It turns out this lens has got a bit of a fault with it. It's fine for photographs, but for video, it has this like really weird micro shimmer that comes and goes. And it's really off-putting, so I had to swap the lens. But that lens goes on here usually. And I've ordered another one of those lenses. They're £240 new for them lenses, right? I got one second hand in excellent condition for £61, and it should arrive on Monday. Bargain. Why is cruise control stopped? The Sony Alpha 6300. That one's a 6300. There's 6000s. Yeah, honestly, I put my get this, guys. Yesterday, I put my GoPro there because I've got GoPro Hero 5s and 7s, so I thought I'll just use a GoPro. I put it on, and the first thing you notice is the image quality. Now, GoPro image quality is good, but when you're used to a Sony Alpha camera image quality, it's shocking. So that was one thing, but that wasn't the deal breaker. I thought it's temporary, we'll be fine. The deal breaker was this. The delay on the GoPro cam is about 1.5 seconds. So what would happen is... You right there? Yeah, just put it there. Thank you. So what would... like, imagine this, a 1.5 second delay on the video, but not the audio. And this overhead cam, because it's a Sony, has no delay. So I would literally put my arm in the shot, and you'd see it instantly on the overhead camera, and then about 1.5 seconds later, you'd see my arm come in on the GoPro. Completely off-putting. What? Same kind of time difference, what? Can't hear you. What's slow? It's the same... Yeah, I am slow reaching for my wallet, dear. Yeah, you're right about that. That's fair, yeah. Ben S, thank you for half a year. So yeah, I had to abandon the GoPro, and that's when I started taking my studio apart at that point. Ripping that camera off the desk. So I can't even stream from my desk anymore right now until I fix the problem. And then on top of that, I then discovered this issue with the lens. So I put that camera, set up the tripod, dug all my equipment out, set it. This was me yesterday, having my day off, right? Dug all that out, and then I could see this like image thing doing this. And I thought, well, you guys are not going to want to sit there watching this image just keep wobbling slightly. It's going to freak you out. So that's when I started pulling the lens off this. But we got there in the end. So that's why this camera, the one that says no signal, is currently off. Because if it's... you know what? I'm going to turn it on, and it's going to do some weird thing. Because it's got a fixed lens on it, so it's probably going to zoom in on my forehead or something. Hang on. Let's see what happens. Are you going to play ball? Actually, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. You may see it... You probably won't see it shimmer, actually. Come on, Sony. There we go. Yeah, I see. I think what it is, Jakey, it's a Sony camera, but that's a Sigma lens. And it doesn't have OSS, which is the optical stabilization that Sony has. Right? So I think there's something to do with Sony and Sigma interacting. Like, the other ones are Sony kit lenses, so they're fine. That one is a Sigma lens. It's a good lens, don't get me wrong. It's a really good lens. But I think it's the image stabilization that makes it kind of just do this weird thing. It freaks out on your glasses frame. What do you mean? What does it do? It could be the autofocus not working, because like I say, I think Sony autofocus requires a Sony lens to work well. You're running a Nikon with a Sigma lens, but Nikon AS works fine. Is that for video? Because like I say, if you're taking photos, it would be fine. It's bearable. But I just, you know, we don't really notice when I have it over there. The lens has an issue, but you don't really notice. The anti-aliasing is freaking out on your glasses. I'm not surprised. It's either that or just turn it off. Did you map a button for the horn? Dude! I forgot the most important thing. What should we have for the horn? Harder. They really need to provide a search box now, don't they? It's getting to that level. Air horn or lights horn? Air horn, lights horn. We've got 3 of them now. I don't know, let's go with I'm not using these 2. Horn. Wait, what? I can't map these buttons. Are you kidding me? I'm pressing them. There you go. Horn. Air horn. 1 second. One's working, the other one isn't. Yep, it does. It sounds like the old organ piano thing. Mr. Ryback, thank you for 83 months. Congrats on the new wheel. Thank you. Friend took delivered the new Dafford numbers yesterday. He's liking it very much. You mean an IRL delivery? They're all going to go that way. They're all going to get rid of the mirrors. Some of the cars have already done it. Hey, Wyland. You're not wrong, dude. Jackanory, thank you for 16 months. Do you think you get more consistent or faster with iRacing? Toothy? I think direct drive doesn't necessarily make you quicker, but it should make you more consistent. That's the theory. But we'll see. If I can feel more what the car's doing, I could get faster. The mirrors on the DAF look rubbish. Yeah. It's more aerodynamic though. Barbecue weekend. Okay, Tom Sunday, I'm coming round, bro. Wylander was just saying this because Alex is complaining. Like, oh, every time I like improve my equipment, you make yours better. And I've said to him, like, this is like the end game right here, isn't it? Like, I don't want rumble, I don't want full motion. This is the end game, DD. So if he gets a DD, I'm not going to be doing anything else to the rig. Oh yes, I forgot it's 4th of July, isn't it? That's why you're barbecuing. That makes sense. It's not an end game, it's just the start. Yeah, I mean, Euro Truck doesn't really doesn't utilize this a great deal compared to iRacing. I need to try ACC at some point, see what that's like. Yeah, Alex, but that's just a wheel rim choice, right? But the wheelbase is solid. And you could go for a wheel rim that doesn't have the display. There's no, you know, you don't need to get that display. Or you could get a different wheel with a different display. As long as you've got use the SimuCube quick release, you can put any wheel you want on it. iRacing and NASCAR signed a deal. What's the deal? Well, that guy made a meal out of that. Yeah, fair enough, Alex. I mean, I get, like, the main thing is this. Obviously, the software UI is not brilliant. I can work around that. It's a little bit tedious to set things up. Once it's set up, you're fine. I'm more worried about the stability of it. In that first version, it hung the thing more than once. In the beta version, I only saw it hang while I was messing around a lot. But maybe, you know, maybe it will stabilize and then it's fine. I need to think about where I'm going to stick this down now. You see the wheel vibrate, and the moment you kill it, all the force feedback goes. It's like on the GT rim, I had this thumb control here that I could use, which is like a X-way type thing, and then I had this D-pad type thing, but this D-pad came through as 4 separate buttons, whereas in this one, it comes through as some kind of weird POV button, which Eurotruck can't deal with. Black Rebel, yes, indeed. Yeah, so there's a wheel command that will give you links to the wheels, and there's a setup command that will give you link to everything else. But the setup takes you to my Kitco page, which I'll be adding all this stuff in later on. Is the BMW wheel much smaller? I think the same size. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same dimensions. Also with the BMW wheel, I found a lot of these buttons are really awkward to reach, whereas these are a lot easier to get to. I need to work out a good solution for this cable thing though. Why do you want rumble on motion? What do you mean? Oh, you mean on my rig? Well, firstly, I don't have the room for it. And secondly, I just don't really particularly want it. I mean, rumble, I could probably deal with, but I don't. It adds a little bit of immersion, but I don't feel like it's not going to make me quicker or anything else. It's just another bit of immersion, isn't it? Full motion, in theory, helps you to feel what the car's doing. But in practice, if you're not using VR, then it's kind of weird. If you've ever been on a full motion rig that's not VR, you'll know what I mean. You're basically getting moved around, but you can see that the ground is not moving. Whereas in VR, you get the sense of feeling rather than visually being chucked around. Because it can't simulate forces like that. I don't know, Dutch Foxy. I think it's because the SimuCube quick release doesn't have any kind of capacity to send things through it. Yeah, but Young Gun, even if they were like 50 quid, I wouldn't buy one. If somebody gave me a motion rig, I wouldn't want it. Put it that way. It's not really a price problem for me. It's just I don't want one. Yeah, I considered getting the wireless rim. I did consider getting it. But I like the physicality of this connection. Even if I need to get this thing right. What rotation? 900 usually. Yeah, I don't have the space either, Sherlock. Never mind the power demand. I'm already got quite a power draw going on in this place. Never mind adding full motion rigs to that. Do you like the ultra-wide more than triples? Personally, yeah. Triples are good, don't get me wrong. They're just a real pain. Ultra-wides are just a much easier option. Did you map the bacon? I have all that mapped on the Stream Deck. I don't have that on the wheel. Have you been able to get real world flying? So, my medical expired about 5 days ago, but I went and had my medical on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, I think. So I went and had my medical on Tuesday, my aviation medical. 240 quid they took me for. Because I had to have the medical and I had to have an ECG as well, which cost another £85. Get this right. I'm not, no word of a lie. The ECG, it's amazing this. The ECG, you lie down, you have to take your t-shirt off, you lie down, he puts these like pads in various places on your body. He puts a pad on your feet, one on your arm. He literally goes to the computer, he presses a button. 20 seconds it takes. 20 seconds. Maybe 30. Let's be generous. Maybe 30. And then he pulls all the pads off and goes, yeah, that's fine. And then on the bill, it says ECG, 85 quid. And you're like, dude. Oh, plus VAT. Oh yeah, it's the whole medical business is a license to print money. 240 quid for a medical and an ECG. So now I can go flying again. Now I need to book an instructor because I haven't flown since October, so now I need to find, well, I can easily find an instructor. Get an instructor to take me up, make sure I'm current again. I want to do some PFLs, practice forced landings and stuff, because obviously I'm rusty. I wasn't really in a rush to go flying because there was nowhere to really fly to. A lot of places were still closed or in COVID lockdown, or the restaurants you go to are closed. Like, you know, if you fly somewhere, I don't know about you, but with me, if you fly to an airfield, you kind of want to stop, get out, go in, have a cup of tea, maybe chat to some people, and then get in the plane and fly back. If all of that aspect is closed down, you're just kind of flying for flying's sake, and it gets a bit boring. Like when I flew to Lid last October, it's just such a pain. The entire restaurant was shut down. The only thing they sold were like, they didn't even have sandwiches. And if you wanted a cup of tea, you had to make your own with a cup and a tea bag and water and everything like that. And then they sold dry snacks was all they had. So packets of crisps and snack bars. That was it. Normally, you can go to Lid, you can go in the restaurant, and you can have like a fish and chips and watch all the planes come in, land in. Come to Dunk as well in Devon, I'll get you a coffee and a jam roly-poly. Long. I think it's your end of Ladry. I'll probably just refresh your page, maybe. How's the force feedback in ETS? It's fine. For what it is, it's fine. If you play a racing game, you would say it sucks. If you're playing a trucking game, it's fine. It gives you reasonable resistance and stuff. For what you need in trucking, it's fine. But it's very simplified. I've been to Whitby in Yorkshire. Not in a plane, no. You get your medical on the 15th. Does it take long? So you go in. You have to give a urine sample, so they give you a little pot. So you just give them a urine sample so they can check for drugs and stuff. And then you go inside. He'll ask you a bunch of questions. If anything's changed in your history, then you'll have an eye test. So you have to read 2 different sizes of text and then read at a distance. And in all cases, like close one eye, close the other eye. So a full eye test. They didn't do an audio test. I think maybe they only do those every X number of years. If it's your first one, they probably will. And then they do physical examinations. So you lie down and he'll sort of press in different spots of your torso, ask you to breathe. Well, I don't know what he's checking for. And then he'll listen to your breathing. And then you have a blood pressure and pulse test, and then maybe an ECG. Oh, sorry, 4 years. There you go. So I'm not due for that yet. That was more or less it, I think. And then you wait for him to print everything out. And then you go and pay. So normally it's like 30 minutes. No, you can't fly if you're colorblind, no. There's nothing anybody can do about that. If you can't see red and green, then you can't fly. Unfortunately. It sucks. John Bow, thank you for 2 months. Ben, thank you for 8. Yeah, so I think I'm going to stop there, guys. It's been an absolute hoot. I've got everything done that I wanted to do, but my room is an absolute mess. I need to swap lenses around. I need to take this kit down. I need to do some cable management, and you know, I've been live 7.5 hours, so it's been fun. It's been a pleasure, but I'm gonna stop the stream now and get out of this seat. Well, I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for your help and all that. Definitely the force feedback settings was a killer. Getting that right. Yeah, L Phillips, you want to be doing it like every 2 to 4 years maximum. Like I had an eye test a few weeks ago, and one of my eyes had degraded slightly. So yeah, I had to get different lenses. Thank you. Thank you for your support as ever. Thanks for being here, hanging out and chatting. It's been good. Enjoyed it. But yeah, all the kit's in. This is so much smaller now. I've got so much room here. Look at this. There's so much room that I just didn't have before. What can I fill it with? You know what? I could probably... Oh, no, I can't. No, I was going to say I could probably reposition the stream decks, but then I need to put a yoke here. So that's... Yeah, just leave it. Leave it as it is. I need to tighten that back up, though. I don't know about that, Sherlock. What am I going to do with the old wheelbase, young gun? I haven't decided. what I'm going to do with it. I mean, those rims and stuff, I can get good money for that. That GT2 rim, that's worth good money. Can't even buy that anymore, I don't think. Not sure. Actually, maybe you can. They're not cheap. I'll be back tomorrow, Mackie. So tomorrow and Sunday, I'm going back to a split stream. So I'll be live at 11 a.m. Doing like 11 till 3 and then 4 till 8. So instead of being here for 6 hours, I'll be here for 8 with a 1 hour intermission. So yeah, 11 o'clock tomorrow for the first stream and then 4 o'clock for the second stream. So 2 4-hour streams tomorrow, 2 4-hour streams on Sunday. That's what you're getting. Thank you, Ferric. So yeah, anyway, the guys, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. And hopefully I shall see you here tomorrow. Did you run extra earthing for your wheel? No. The UK plug has a ground pin, so you don't need earthing. Anyway, have a good one. Take it easy, guys. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Love you all.